says, how often does keeping a veteran center really move the needle for a team? The Eagles just replaced their longtime center. Not convinced paying Dalman top 5 center money is good. Great question. And I want to, again, one here. I've got several points on this, and then I'll hand it over to Nick. One, center money isn't all that much. It's considerably lower than tackles and even guards at this time, Nick. It's considerably lower. It'll be half, really. It'll be half price compared to an offensive tackle. So it's not that much money. Two, do you want a new center with your shiny new quarterback? Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris, their jobs with the Atlanta Falcons depend on Michael Penix being successful. When you do something completely unorthodox like they did last year and that they've done with this team several times, actually, it better work. Do you want a new center coming in? Do you want to a possible downgrade at center? And then three, the highest graded PFF centers, Creed Humphrey, Kansas City Chiefs, Frank Ragnow, Detroit Lions, Tyler Linderbaum, Baltimore Ravens, Drew Dalman, Atlanta Falcons, Zach Frazier, Pittsburgh Steelers. 4 of those guys made the playoffs. And then going all the way down, they replaced their center, but Cam Jurgens, he's not second. He was a second round selection in 2022. So that's a premium pick on a center. They had a guy in waiting there. Mm-hmm. He was, Dalman was a 4th round pick. A 2nd round pick on a center is a premium pick. And he was still 14th. So he was still better than average according to PFF. So I think you pay Drew Dalman because, again, we're not talking left tackle. We're talking young center. Don't mess with the offensive line right now. That's my idea. My thoughts.
We've talked about it on here a lot, Scott. I've been banging the drum. You know how much you and I are both defensive line savages, frothing at the mouth to spend as many premium resources as possible on your pass rush. But the one caveat I have is that I only feel that way if you're comfortable with your offensive line, because Penix's history, his style of play, the run game that you've already invested in a bleep ton, all of that depends on the offensive line. So I would not let Dalman go personally. I'm not sure exactly what the contract looks like. I feel very uncomfortable with a new center coming in, changing the interior trio that you have now, 2 years of synergy with for that outside zone scheme that you want to run. Dalman's a good outside zone fit. Again, he's going to be the highest paid center or top 5. As you mentioned, centers really don't get paid a lot on the open market, so it's not going to be massive by any means. Is he a superstar center? No, but I think he is, in that top 5 to 10 range. And I just think it's so important to keep the offensive line together strong as much as possible for the development of Penix and for the health of Penix.